30th failure to Malcolm. Happy 30 failures to Malcolm. Happy 30th lost Newspoll in a row, which was your own benchmark for getting rid of Tony Abbott. Now that's new, which is really hilarious. And despite your equivocation about there being other issues with Abbott, you use this 30 figure. And now people are saying even he could replace you because you are such a failure. Happy 30th failure to Malcolm.
Apologies for the terrible singing, but today is a momentous day in Australian politics and at the same time a stupid and inconsequential day, because what has happened is for the 30th time in a row, a Newspoll has come out measuring the sitting government versus the opposition, and 30 times in a row this poll has said the government will lose, probably quite badly if an election were held today. Now, Newspoll is actually run by a conservative media outlet, so you can't really claim that bias against our conservative government. But the interesting thing is, and why this 30 is such a magic number, is a few years ago, Turnbull made a move on then-sitting Prime Minister Tony Abbott, his own party leader, and said, we have to get rid of him, and used the 30 lost Newspolls in a row as one of his key justifications. He said, that shows we can't possibly win an election with Abbott as leader. He was absolutely correct. 100% correct. The Conservatives would have gone down in a screaming heap in the election if they had kept Abbott as leader. As it turns out, Turnbull just barely scraped in with a one-seat majority, the thinnest margin you can have and still form a majority government. Now, looking at it now and the way Turnbull has failed almost completely as a Prime Minister, there is basically no question he will lose the next federal election, whenever that is. A mug's bet to say, people go, the only poll that counts is the one on the day. Yeah, keep telling yourself that, sunshine. This mob are on the way out. Now, they could only make it worse by moving on him, in my not-so-humble opinion. What I love about this, because I am not a fan of the Liberal National Conservative coalition or their policies, and I love to see them fail, and I love to see them tear themselves apart, particularly because this is like a lose-lose-lose situation for them. It's like, if they keep Turnbull as leader, which is the most likely outcome, they'll almost definitely lose the next election and lose it badly. If they made a move on Turnbull and got rid of him and replaced him with someone, this has happened a couple times over the last few years with both parties doing it. And if they did it again, it's very widely believed that would get an incredibly negative reaction from the public, and they would lose even worse than if they kept Turnbull, because people don't like them doing this. And the third news is really like, who the fuck are they going to replace him with? I love, somebody went on Sky News and actually said, Turnbull loses the 30th Newspoll. The only decent thing to do is see the Governor-General and resign, and say the Governor-General should invite Tony Abbott to form a new government. Which, for cluelessness, is fucking awesome. Because the fact that there is still anybody who doesn't realise what electoral poison Tony Abbott is just magical. Sky News, for those who don't know, is a cable channel here in Australia that desperately wants to be Fox News, but fucking no one watches. I swear to God, more people watch my videos than watch Sky News. It's like ridiculous. They just try to do all this sensationalistic shit to get attention, and it's not working because they're not any good. So there are people who are actually saying Tony Abbott, but that's never going to happen. I wish it would, because that would give me so much material while he destroyed the country. But at least I'd get to make some sarcastic videos. But I can't see that happening. But one of the key names put forward, they start saying Peter Dutton, who I've made a few videos about, is basically known as the racist potato. He's fucking awful. He's probably to the right of Abbott. And again, he's one of those cool people who don't realise how disliked they are with the electorate. These politicians who are sure they're right in everything. And all the public reaction is just, oh, they're just radicals. It's just well, there seems like a lot of them. It really, I know it looks like it's a majority of the population that hate what I'm doing, but that's an optical illusion. But yes, again, if they put Dutton in as Prime Minister, that would be an absolute gift to the Labour Party because he's so fucking vile. Bill Shorten's cunning plan of I'm not that guy would really come full circle. And as I've mentioned many times, I am not a particular fan of Labour leader and probable next Prime Minister, Bill Shorten. I don't think he deserves to be leader of the Labour Party. I don't think he's particularly committed to anything. And the fact that he played a key role in the demise of the two previous Labour Prime Ministers with nasty infighting, and then he seemed to get rewarded afterwards, I'm not on board with that at all. But, you know, when he was in opposition and Abbott was Prime Minister, his super winning policy was, I'm not Tony Abbott. And that all came undone when Malcolm Turnbull became leader, because for a brief moment, people had hope for Turnbull, and the I'm not Malcolm Turnbull didn't seem to work in the election. It has since, though. So it just shows that Bill is patient. He's just patiently stayed the same. I'm not that guy. I'm not Tony Abbott. Now I'm not Malcolm Turnbull. And it's working for him because Turnbull has slowly become toxic. Abbott was instantly toxic. Turnbull's slowly toxic. Dutton would be instantly toxic again, just showing Bill's patient I'm not that guy technique can get you to the position of Prime Minister almost inevitably. But yes, I will definitely, if there are any more developments on that, like if the Libs hack on Turnbull, I will take so much joy in it. It's bad politics, but great entertainment. And yeah, I'm you know, you can call it Schadenfreude, you can call it spite, you can say I'm mean, but watching this guy fail so completely and knowing his footnote in Australian history will be, what a fucking shit Prime Minister, really gives me a lot to laugh at.